Red Bun means we're live, a casual take with your boy Steven Pepper, here to give a take off my chest. So don't be discouraged. Don't be a prisoner of the moment. Shai-Gilegous Alexander is still the MVP favorite today. Yes, okay, Nikola Jokic is the best player in basketball. We get it. But just because you have that title doesn't automatically hand you the award. Because if that's the case, then my GOAT LeBron have about 10 of these awards, but that's not how we do the MVP around here. So when I think about the season that SGA is having, we're talking about somebody who is leading the youngest team in basketball to a 65 to 70 win pace, along with two co-stars who are both pretty shaky offensively, right? He doesn't have the shot creators or scorers next to him like a Michael Porter or a Jamal Murray. The offense has been repeatedly asking SGA to be this robotic scoring machine, and SGA has been so good that the Thunder are 11 games better than the Denver Nuggets. Not one or two, 11. That's a pretty big deal. Yes, have the Thunder put this historic defense around SGA, but don't get it twisted, okay? SGA plays some pretty damn good defense in his own right. He gets his steals. He gets his blocks, something that Nikola Jokic doesn't do. In fact, he's pretty awful at it. Now, listen, I've seen the stats. Jokic has it over SGA. The way Jokic plays basketball, stats just are attracted to him. But last time I checked, basketball is not played on a stat sheet. It is, in fact, played on the hardwood. So when I watch the games with my two eyes that happen on the court to determine who's been the more dominant player with a good narrative, that goes to SGA. He's been the best player this season with the best story. And that's how we've always determined the MVP. Who has been the best player with the story that encapsulates everything good about this season being 2024 to 2025. Now, in most MVP cases, it sounds like you're being nasty when you try to pick a favor and talk down about number two, okay? Happened to the NFL, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. It's nasty because I think Nikola Jokic is having an historic MVP-like season in his own right. And he was flawless last night in SGA's house, albeit SGA was getting double-teamed at half court last night, and he beat Nikola Jokic the previous night, but he was quiet in the second half, and it was all Nikola Jokic in Oklahoma City, because this guy just puts up the stats. He is a walking stat sheet. Right now, he's top 5 in 6 of the major statistical categories, including points, rebounds, assists, and field goal percentage. I mean, these are numbers that I didn't think I'd ever see unless I went to the YouTube, went to the Google, and typed in Wilt Chamberlain basketball reference. These are video game numbers. But if you go in the sports books, SGA is still the heavy favorite for this award for a reason. Because you don't win an MVP off one game, or you don't win an MVP off a good weekend, or you had a 30-20-20 game, albeit it was the first time it's ever happened. You'll win an MVP off all 82. And so far, we play like 65. Every game matters. And when you think about SGA, this is a guy who's been not really ever had a bad game all season. Last night was a rare game below 30. And when I think about Jokic, he hasn't been Jokic in every game he's playing. I think we've forgotten that he is coming off a stretch where he's been okay against the good teams, like the Lakers, the Bucks, the Celtics as of late. The Nuggets are still below 500 against above 500 teams, in part because of Jokic's performances in those games. Whereas SGA has always been SGA no matter who the opponent was. Again, last night was rare. The Thunder, that's why the Thunder are 13 games above 500 against the winning teams. Because Mr. My Whole Life's consistent has always been consistent scoring the basketball. And it's not because SGA's been this good scorer or this free throw merchant that some people like to make it out for him to be on Twitter and get real nasty. No. It's because SGA has been an MJ-like scorer this season. Pretty big buzzword. I know that probably got you tingling down there. I said the word MJ because he has been. The guy's been doing what MJ used to do. In the month of March, here's SGA, 38-7 on 54, 43, 98 splits. MJ won a lot of MVPs, scoring the basketball with a lot of points, good efficiency, playing both sides of the ball, and all his team did was win, baby. And that's what SGA's been doing this season. Again, Jokic has had an historic season. I'm looking at these numbers right now. He was like, 35-18 last night in Oklahoma City. He was great. He was better than SGA. But one good game against a good team, and it feels like he hasn't had one in a long time, isn't going to sway me for you to win the MVP. I need you to be him in a lot of these games, and that's what SGA has been. And I've kind of been like an SGA hater because my friend likes SGA, And the fact that I'm on here battling for SGA to get this award because he's been such a consistent scorer, an MJ-like scorer this season, no matter the opponent he plays, given that his supporting cast relies on him so heavily to be their offense consistently, he's my MVP. But let me know what you guys think. I appreciate everyone for tuning in this episode of A Casual Take. Follow my social medias to stay updated on all things related to the show. Till next time.